This is one photo with 3 different styles really quickly in Photoshop. I've put the links to this photo on my description if you would like to download it to work along or use your own photo. For this first look, we are going to make a copy of the layer with Control J. Now that we have that layer, you're going to double click on the thumbnail and turn off the red channel right here, hit OK, and then just pick it up with your move tool and move it to the side a little bit. This gives you a cool old-fashioned 3D look. So that's look number 1 really quickly. Look number 2, we're going to add an adjustment layer, black and white filter. Don't just leave it on the default. You can move all of these sliders the way you want them, or an easy way is to choose the presets. I like the high contrast red or high contrast blue. There's your red one. Here is the blue one. And I'm just going to pull the red up just a tad on this photo. When you get that the way you want, we're now going to add a rectangular box on top of the photo. In Properties, choose Fill and make it a gradient. Now I would go choose in the reds, but you can choose whatever gradient you want to try. I'm going to go ahead and try this one. Let's get it so we can see it. First, go back to your layers and change the blending mode to Overlay. Now you can go back and adjust this to look good with your particular photo. On this one, I'm going to change the angle a little bit. I want to move this in closer, and I actually want to try a lighter blue. And I want to make this more yellow. And I want to add a little streak of light. So if you click once down here, it's going to add a new stop, and that it should default to be white. If not, change it to white. And so it kind of looks like there's a little glare flowing on her. See if we can get it onto her face. The last thing I'm going to do on this one is add a new layer. On the new layer, get your rectangular marquee tool, and we're going to draw some Venetian blinds. Once you've got one made, click the Shift button and you'll see there's a little plus to draw your second one, third. Now click Alt and you'll see a minus appear, so we can minus from them. And I'm also going to use that minus to make the edges straight. Once you have that looking the way you want, we're going to fill that layer within the selection with white. So Edit, Fill with white. Get rid of your marching ants, Control D. Add a Gaussian blur, Filter, Blur. I did about 36. Now you need to go to Edit, Transform, Distort. Change this to your liking. The last thing we want to do is pick this layer up and move it underneath our black and white filter and change the blending mode. On this one, it looks good either on soft light or on overlay, but it's going to depend on your photo. I think I'm going to leave this one on soft light. Okay, that is our second look. And for our third look, we're going to make her look kind of retro. Make a copy, which is Control J. On this copy, we need to use your favorite selection tools to select the subject. Once you've got that done, create a layer mask. You can see that she is cut out from the background. Onto this layer mask, we're going to add effects, stroke. And you can see that it's adding a stroke outside of her. If you can't see it, double click on the color and change it. Make sure that it is on the outside and make it pretty big. We're now going to add a new stroke. So just click plus right here. And this one, let's change it to a different color. Once you get that looking the way you want, I'm also going to add a drop shadow. Now, once you get this looking the way you want, you may want a drop shadow inside these strokes. You unfortunately cannot move this drop shadow to be before the strokes. So the easiest way to do this if you want a drop shadow inside is to make a copy of this, Control J, and on this one, turn off all the strokes, but just leave the drop shadow. So you can see that the drop shadow is now inside also and outside. So that is the third look. First look, second look, third look, all from one photo.